Hello, gorgeous ladies. So excited for Team Cup Month. Okay, hopefully all y'all have already listened to the National Wake Up Call. All the fire for Ashley Molstad. I adore her. She is the shiz, and it made me like, yes, let's go. Let's do this. Okay. So I wanted to share a couple of my thoughts with you guys after listening to that call. So, and I'm just going to preface this by saying we're all going to share our goals. Okay. So, okay, Brenda, perfect. That does make it a little hard to share your goals because I really want you to like listen to the call before you like set your goals. But you can share your goals with us during this call now. And then, sorry, for those of you who are watching the recording, Brenda said in the chat that she hasn't watched it quite yet, but she will after she's done. If you're watching the recording and you haven't watched the National Wake Up Call, go watch that first. Please, like serious. Pause me. Go watch the National Wake Up Call. Okay, then come back. Great? Okay, great. But since Brenda's on live, we'll give her a pass, but definitely watch it after. So I want to have everyone on here, and if you're not watching this live and watching the recording later, I want you to share your goals for this month, okay? And I want everybody to project them out to the universe. Don't keep them small and quiet and in your head. We're going to tell each other what our goals are as a team. I want you to tell your family. I want you to tell your kids. I want you to tell all the things, your coworkers, your people in your circle that you talk to all the time. I want you to tell everybody what you're working for, what you're hustling towards. And I love what Ashley Molstad said on the call that like, it is not, this is a season to run, and the things that you're doing now are going to seriously propel you forward for the next couple of months, so that in September you feel ready to take a little break because you worked so hard in August. And that is like exactly, okay, game on. Like, I want to work so hard that like September, I'm like, oh my gosh, I need a little break. I'm a little tired, but right now I'm like, let's go. Okay, so let me plug in my computer so it doesn't die. Okay, so in just a little bit, will share my goals. I want you to be thinking of your goals just in case you haven't already thought of them. And then we'll be sharing them in just a second. But I loved what Ashley Molstad talked about having 2 things to invite to. So this is an invitation to give you 2 things to invite to. I know across we filled 3 teams, like holy awesomeness. We're amazing that we filled 3 teams. So I know like technically we're not like all on the same team, whatever, but how cool would it be if like all of our teams just like slayed and all the things, okay? That would be record-breaking history awesomeness. So she talked about how, I don't know if you guys know this, but she talked about how there's a cap at 40 Success Club points for the month, and then all the other points are earned by rank advancing. And if you are coach status and you advance to Emerald, I think it's like 25 points. And if you're Emerald and you advance to Ruby, it's 25 points. And if you're Ruby and you advance to Diamond, it's 25 points. So if you're coach and you advance to Diamond, then that's like 75 points. And that's how the other points are made up. If you're like, well, how does Team Cup even work? Like as far as ranking goes. So I don't want to put words in your mouth. Maybe you guys are like, I don't even want to like push to be top team or whatever. But I know I heard that call and I'm like, all right, SC40 game on. Like I've never done that before. I have hit SC26. That's my highest ever. But the way she talked about it and like the belief of like, okay, yeah, 3 people, that's like not even a goal. Like, why is that a goal? Why is that like 3? Like 3 in 31 days. Like, come on, Bryn, you can do better than that. Like, seriously. But there's been so many months that like I helped 3 people and I'm like, yes, I'm amazing. But then like looking back, I'm like 3, like you struggled to help 3, Bryn. Like, and you were trying to find that 3rd person on the last day of the month. Like, and just her belief and like her just raising the bar, like really just raise the freaking bar. And if you're pushing to help 40, okay, yeah, you're going to help 3 for sure. Okay, it's really 20 because you get 2 points. But if you're pushing to help 20, like you're definitely going to help 3, right? So just so you know, when we're sharing our goals in a second, I want y'all to push yourselves. And it scares the ever living crap out of me to admit that I want to hit SC40. Cause, like I just said, my max ever was SC26, and I've only done that twice in my 5 years of coaching. So admitting that I want to hit 40, yeah, that scares me. Okay. So I want you to have a goal that scares you, but it scares you so much that it forces you to show up on the days where you're not feeling good, you're tired, you just want to go to sleep, and then you remind yourself of your goal, and then you're like, okay, whatever, I just got to do it. I got to do it because I got a big goal, and I got a big why, and I got a big reason, and I'm going to do it anyways, even though I really don't want to, right? Like that is what we're pushing for. Okay. So I am thinking I want to do a like health bet tracker thing again, but have it be business related. And I don't think we're going to do like a buy-in or like a cash pot or anything. It's just going to be for personal accountability for yourself. And I want you to pick your own reward. If you get 80% or higher, whatever. So if it's like the whole month, well, we'll start tomorrow. So 30 days. And I want you to pick your own 10 things. So whether that's like, okay, really honestly, like I struggle to post consistently. Okay, make that a thing. Okay, I really struggle to get my Shakeology every single day. Like I'm really good Monday through Friday, but Saturday and Sunday I kind of stink. So, okay, make that a thing. Okay, I really struggle with call to actions on my stories. I'm going to make that its own individual thing. Okay, great. I really struggle with logging into the challenge group. Like I'm really good when I jump on the live power hours, but I'm really not that good when I'm not on there. Okay, make that a thing, right? So like whatever your 10 things are that, okay, I'm really good at sending invites and follow-ups, but I'm really bad at like cleaning out my inbox at the end of the day to make sure I responded to everyone who may or may not have been interested. Or like I really suck at doing my affirmations consistently, or I listen to trainings and I jump on calls, but I really don't get in 30 minutes of personal development every day, right? Like whatever it is that is your little part where you're like, ooh, that's a box I like never really check, right? That's what I want you to put on your tracker. Okay. So we're going to step up our game. And if it's like, you want to have a wake up time, great, do it. What time do you want to wake up? Put it on there. And also for me personally, I'm going to put sending 3 coach invites every day on my tracker. Okay, that scares the crap out of me. But SC40, right? SC40. Okay. So again, some of those ideas, if you need them, again, something to do with your journey, whether it's working out or Shakeology, something to do with personal development, a certain amount of time in there. Do you struggle to post? Do you struggle doing call to actions? Do you struggle posting transformations? Do you struggle inviting to coaching? What time do you want to wake up? Do you want to be better at doing your affirmations? Look at your tracker for the last couple of weeks. What boxes do you like leave unchecked way more often than you should? Okay. Put that in there. Put that in there. Put that in there. Okay. And again, this is a own personal reward. So if you don't do this, okay, great, whatever. It's not, you're not going to be hurting anybody but yourself. Right. But I want you to reward yourself if you do this. So you can set your own standard. If you're like, okay, no, I want to show up like 70%. No, I want to show up 80%. I would not suggest going any higher than 80% because grace, not perfection. Right. And sometimes we have days, but it'll be 30 days. I'll send the tracker after this. It's just going to be the exact same one. You just fill out your own 10 things that you want. So it'll be out of 300, nice even number. And Jordan asked in the chat, for those of you on the recording, suggestions on personal rewards. I would suggest whatever motivates you. Like if it's, I get to buy myself a new pair of shoes. Great. Oh, and that's a tax write-off. Okay, cool. Or a new pair of workout pants. Okay, great. That's awesome. Or a new personal development book. Oh my gosh, all the things I just mentioned are tax write-offs. Or it's hard to do like, I get to take my family to Disneyland because COVID life, right? Like, hello, we can't do that. But something along those lines, like buying yourself something or giving to your favorite XYZ, whatever. Jordan said, I just started the other health bet today. We're doing love the accountability. That's awesome. Yeah, it's been really good for me too. But I know my mom, if you're someone who's not like motivated by giving yourself something, I know my mom did a little like challenge with a friend of hers one time where if my mom messed up more, then she had to give. My mom's like a huge BYU fan, okay? And if my mom did worse than my friend who was a Utah fan, they had to donate to the charity of whatever, like BYU, Utah, whatever, like their anti-rival, right? And then they also had to like dress up in all gear of the opposite person and sing the fight song and whatever. And my mom was like, I am not losing, right? Like for my mom, that was very motivating. And I know like, so if it's like anti-motivation, like that works too. I know Blake, he did something like this, but on his nutritional goals. And if he got less than his desired number, he had to do UV2. That was his punishment. In front of his scouts. So he messed up and he had to do UV2 in front of his scouts. So really it can be whatever, right? Like a reward for yourself, a punishment for yourself if you don't, whatever. But I would suggest somewhere in that, like, definitely a passing grade, right? You don't want to say like, yeah, I can get up to 50% and I get this reward, right? Because the 50% is a failing grade in school. So I would suggest somewhere between 70 and 80%, right? Whatever, however much you want to hustle. And then you can share it every week if you want or not. It's totally up to you, because this is, like she said, it's totally, if you want to use this month to propel your business forward, okay, great. And like, you will fly because of all the momentum that you're creating this month. So those are the things I wanted to share. Oh, and I started saying this, but I kind of got distracted. Ashley Milstead talked about having 2 things to invite to. So for me, I just threw my pen. I am going to do a pre and postnatal group on Monday. If you want to join me, please feel free. If you have a lot of like friends or whatever who are pregnant or postnatal or whatever, like absolutely you can invite as well. And we can run a group together. If you're like, that's not really my target market right now, like no, then I would encourage you to partner up with some of the other girls in our team and run a group. But I think it would be really solid to have at least 2 things to invite to this month that are specific. So obviously, MBF August 17th, MBFA August 17th is a big one that I plan to invite to as well. So this week I'm going to focus really hard on inviting to postnatal test group. Whether you just found out you're pregnant or you're a year postpartum, you're welcome. Anywhere in between there, starting next Monday. And then next week, after that group starts, then next Monday and through next week, I'll invite to the MBFA. And, hey, my next group starts on Monday, August 17th. We're doing this advanced program, whatever. And I'll invite to that. And then after that, after we start MBFA on August 17th, I think somewhere in that week, or maybe the next week, we should have a sneak peek. And that week, we're inviting to coaching. And have you ever considered it? And are you interested in learning more? So that every single week we have something coming up to invite to, so that we're like, okay, let's go. Let's find somebody. Let's do this. And then after the sneak peek, then the last week, I want to do a flash sale. So that we have a flash sale to invite to, and all right, ready, set, go. And it will be similar to the flash sale we've done in the past of like highlighting everything that's on sale, but also having like big rewards, big prizes, big drawings, all the things. Cool. And I feel like it went really well in June. I totally dropped the ball in July, like the end of the week and all the sharing, and I failed epically, but I know a couple people were helped in there, so that is great. And but just doing better at that flash sale group at the end of this month and really making that a big focus, a big thing we're inviting to, a big thing we're following up with, a big thing that we're just like focused on that week. And then that's the plan. Okay. So let me look at dates so we can think about that. So let's plan for August 10th, have some sort of group starting. Okay. So a week from today. So for me, that will be the postnatal test group. Pre-postnatal group. Sorry, autopilot. I always say test group. Pre-postnatal group. Okay. 17th will be MBFA. And then let's do the sneak peek. I want to have at least a little bit to invite to it. So let's have the sneak peek be on the 21st. That's a Friday. That's not a good day. Let's do the 20th. The 20th will be the sneak peek. So we'll have the 17th through the 20th to invite to it. And let's do it. I want to hear your feedback, but let's tentatively plan on doing it in the evening. And I want to do like an actual like call, like we get on Zoom and everybody takes a little turn to like, hey, you're going to talk about personal development. Hey, you're going to talk about like how coaching has helped you be more accountable on your journey. Hey, you're going to talk about our community that we have. Hey, you're going to talk about how the income has blessed you. Hey, you're going to talk about how your mindset has changed, whatever, like, and we'll have like assigned topics, keep it to an hour, but it will be like a Zoom interest call where, yes, cool. So let's tentatively plan on an evening call on the 20th. It'll probably be around 5 p.m. Pacific time because that's 8 p.m. Eastern time, just so that it's not like too crazy late across all time zones. The latest I would say we could do is 6 p.m. Pacific time because that's 9 Eastern time. And if we kept it to an hour, that's still a reasonable bedtime, but that's kind of pushing it. So let's plan on 5 unless we have like active, like, no, that doesn't work for me. Cool. Jordan, is that fine? And Brenda, because you guys are my Eastern people. Okay, cool. I know that's like 6 o'clock Mountain time and 7 o'clock Central, which is not great times. But again, it's like once the whole month. So if you could just like, hey, hubby, you're putting the kids to bed by yourself that night, just so you know, like I'm giving you 3.5 weeks of notice. Okay, cool. Or, hey mom, will you come watch the kids for an hour while I do this and make them dinner and you can have mac and cheese or whatever. Like, right. It's one night and we'll be okay. Okay. So the 20th, we'll plan on that. And then the next week we'll do the flash sale. So we'll invite to it the 21st and 22nd. And then they can be added anytime throughout that next week, that final week in August. And then we'll do like a ring the bell thing, anybody who purchases by the 31st. And then we'll do like the drawing on September 1st. So the flash sale will go like the 24th all the way through the next week. The 31st is a Monday. Cool. Just so that you kind of have like a game plan of stuff that's going on, stuff to be excited about, stuff to invite to, so that we can just like ready, set, go. I told Blake my goal, and I'm going to share it with you guys, and then it might go over and we might bleed into the power hour, and that's okay. But I wanted to share it with you guys. I want, this scares me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. I want to help you guys and mentor you to go into 5-star qual in both of my business centers. Oh my gosh, that scares the crap out of me to say that out loud. I have unwavering faith and I am willing to put forth extraordinary effort to help Jamela and Brenda and potentially my little sister Janine and my second business center and Blake and Katora be the diamonds in my first business center that we help. Oh, and going 2-star under Blake because Lindsay and Jordan will both go diamond. And so that'd be 2-star under Blake. And then Haley, Laura, Shalisa, Brenda, that would be 4-star in my second, and then find one more person who's ready to hustle and go crazy. And y'all, that makes me want to throw the freak up. That would be so crazy, but let's go. Okay. And then I am going to push myself to listen to at least an hour of personal development every single day. not trainings, like that does not count for me, like personal development, like a book that I'm listening to or reading that I need. And I want to strongly encourage, I will not tell you, like force you, because I know sometimes I suggest books that you're like, this is not doing it for me. So this is like a loose requirement. Okay. But I really want to strongly encourage you this month to make both the Miracle Equation a priority and 10X Rule by Grant Cardone. Okay. So Miracle Equation is all about, like, if I have unwavering faith and I'm willing to put forth extraordinary effort, like, it will create whatever I want, right? So, but I got to believe in myself and I got to be willing to do it. And even if you've listened to it before, listen to it again, because it's so good. And then 10X Rule is all about, like, putting in 10 times the effort to achieve 10 times the results. So Grant Cardone, you'll either love him or you'll hate him. I love him. You just got to know that he's extreme and don't take everything he says literally, because he's sarcastic and he's joking a lot, but it doesn't seem like he is. So but yeah, those are the two strong suggestions that I have for you this month. Okay, so those are my goals. I already told you, SC40, 5-star and 2-star across NIS. Yes, 5-star in first, 5-star in second, and 2-star under Blake. Oh my gosh, that gives me a headache. And an hour of personal development every single day, in addition to trainings, team calls, whatever, just like on top of it in the mom cracks. Cool. Okay, so I want to hear all y'all's goals, and then we'll stop this recording and we'll jump on to Power Hour NIS. So does anybody want to go? Jamila looks ready. Go.
Okay, so SC10 is my goal, 25 invites a week, and getting in 5 strong power hours a week, and then just sharing confidence throughout my stories and in my posts. So I definitely have on the, like, I don't know if we're sharing our 10 things, but posting is going to be one of those, and logging into the challenge group, and weekend affirmations, because I don't do those. I get to the weekend and things just get hectic, because my husband's not usually home on weekends, but he is right now, and so we take advantage of that, because come September we won't ever see him again. So yeah, so we're just soaking up that time. But yeah, that's, and talk about nutrition, because I don't ever talk about the nutrition plans. So that oh, wrong button. I was gonna leave.
Yeah, don't leave, we need you. Okay, Haley looks ready. I'm pinning you.
That's fine, I was gonna go next anyway. So my goal, when I listened National Wake Up Call and Ashton Molstad said that, I said I'm hitting SC30. Holy hell. But yeah. Posting my story, since I have never posted that. Affirmations, I had it and then I just stopped, so I'm gonna affirmations every day. Spending more time with family, because I realize that sometimes work gets in the way. And then yeah, just mine's posting more, because I tend to post and then I drop off for a few days and post, and I realized on last day of July, I was like, wow, invites are so easy. Why am I like freaking out about it? So I think it's just the initial invite, and then once I get going, I'm like, this is easy. But yeah, so
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, I'm excited to see all the magical things that are going to happen this month. Okay, Brenda Jordan, who wants to go next? Ready, set, Jordan.
Okay, so my goal this month, like Haley, super like freaked out, but is to hit like SC30. I would love also to get my mom and Daniel to Diamond, or to Emerald, sorry, not to Diamond. And then, yes, and then consistently posting, because as Haley and Jamila said, I will post like maybe like 2 or 3 days, and then I kind of drop off with posting. Like I'm really good with stories for some reason, but posting is total weakness for me. And like we talked about on our one-on-one, definitely talking more about coaching. Like I totally thought I was sharing it, but I'm not. So definitely being better about like sharing my passion for what we do.
I love it. I love it. Good. Okay, and I'm writing all these down, and this is recorded. So
Go
y'all.
get the door, but I'll still be listening.
Okay, you're fine. You're fine. And this is being recorded, and I'm writing all this down, so y'all are being held accountable, my friends. So at the end of the month, we can check in on you. Okay, Brenda, I'm pinning your video, and your turn.
All right. So I know I need to connect better. For the most part, I thought that I was, but maybe it's just the way I'm wording stuff. Posting more consistently. I was having problems with my stories, but now I've got it to where I do my little car chronicles in the morning, so I chat in the morning. Invite to challengers and coaching, that I know is one of my weaknesses. And then I'd like to at least get to SC20. And right now, SC5 is scaring the crap out of me. And I know that it can be done. It's only 3 whooping people, but it's like still. I'm really good about my affirmations. I'm really good about doing my personal development. But yeah, I need to talk more about coaching as well, because sometimes I do, and then I'll drop off like everyone else said, and then pick back up. And I'm starting to get a little bit better about the poll stickers, but nobody engages in them very much. So it's so frustrating. They listen to the stories, they watch them, but they don't engage.
It happens to me too. So just know you're not alone.
Okay. But I think that's it. And if I think of more, then I'll make sure that I write them down. But that's what I have right now.
And really the point of the polls is not necessarily to have a million people like, I want it, blah. It's just to challenge yourself to do it so that they know they can join you. Because I've had so many people that never vote on that poll, but they message me and they're like, hey, I want in. Okay, why didn't you vote on my poll to help my algorithm, right? Like I want to like smack them, but like they just don't. And I don't know why that is, but they see it and they're like, okay, I can join her. And it plants that seed. Even if they don't vote on it today, or even if they did accidentally tap on it and vote on it and whatever, like you planted a seed, they know they can join you. They might not be ready today, but you planted the seed and they know they can join you. Because I've seen so many people who never invite, as far as sending like one-on-one personal invites. All they do is do call to actions in their stories, polls, whatever, call to actions in their posts. They never send personal invites and they hit a SC 400, whatever. Like some coaches, that's just real life. That's not me. I have to send personal invites, but I know that exists out there. And so just getting in that habitual, like I tell people that they can join and I give them the option to do this, and whether or not they actually vote, okay, cool, whatever. I'm planting a seed. I'm putting it out there. You can join me if you want to. And the more consistently they see you sharing that, the more they will start to trust you. Because so many people, especially in the Beachbody world, like and any network marketing, really, it's like 3 months. It's like 3 months, and then they either drop off or they explode. And so there's a lot of times that like, okay, you've been showing up consistently for 3 months. Now I'm really going to trust you. and I'm really going to take you seriously. Or it's been 3 months and you kind of started to fade a little. Okay, I'm definitely not picking her. I'm going to go with this person who has been showing up consistently for 3 months. So just know, like, your traction, your momentum, Jamela, Brenda, Haley, Jordan, like all y'all started really showing up in May, right? Like May was a big month for us to like start, let's go, right? Like I'm pretty sure that's when Haley went Emerald was in May, I'm pretty positive, or maybe it was beginning of June. I'm pretty sure that's when Brenda went Emerald. I know that's when Jordan hit Success Club for the first time. I'm pretty sure Jamela came back in June-ish. So for all y'all, it's been like just a couple months. So you just gotta like, right? Like that train is starting to move. So just keep that momentum going and it will pick up speed. It will pay off. So
Like she said, pushing the boulder.
yes, exactly. Up that hill, right?
Yeah.
I just dropped my pen and I don't know where it went. But yes, I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, last thing I want to leave you with, and then all the recording people will peace out, and then we'll jump back on just so my recording can save. And then we'll jump back on for the power hour. But just, I want you to like do a little exercise today, tomorrow, sometime very soon, and just make a list. Because so many times we think we can't invite to coaching until we're at least diamond, or until we're at least like, we've got the perfect system and we know what to do when someone joins and it's time to onboard. Like, or I can't invite to coaching until I make XYZ amount of dollars or until I achieve XYZ amount of rank. Okay. No. What has Beachbody done for you? So I want you to do a little exercise today. Whether you've made any money in this business or not, whether you've achieved any certain rank or not, what has the coaching community done for you? And imagine tomorrow you woke up and it was all a dream. Carl Deichler doesn't exist. Shakeology doesn't exist. Beachbody On Demand is gone. This community, nothing. Me, I'm not a thing. Whatever, okay? You wake up tomorrow, Beachbody is gone. It disappeared. It was all a dream. What would you miss? What would you miss the most? Okay, and make that list, because those are the things you love, and I bet 99.99999% of those things have absolutely nothing to do with income or rank, right? So make your list, and then I challenge you this week to post about it at least twice. One of those being a call to action, again, planting that seed. You can join me, and I would love to mentor you. And y'all, I will never leave you hanging, okay? When you find someone who wants to work this business, we will jump on a 2-on-1. That's what me and Laura have done with Tori we just stopped. And Laura finally felt like she could do it by herself, and she's diamond now. Like, we did a 2-on-1 for a long time, several weeks in a row. It was me and Laura mentoring Tori, because she was like, I don't even know what to say. And I'm like, girl, I got you. Okay. So just know, like, when you find that person, just know I will never leave you. Okay. I got you. I will help you. I promise. And when you find that person, we can do it together. Okay. We can do it. And I will help you help them be successful. Okay. So, make your list. If Beachbody disappeared tomorrow, what would you miss the most? Post about 2 of those things this week. One of them is just a sprinkle. Like, I'm just talking about it just because I'm talking about it. It has no sort of like call to action or whatever. I'm just sharing what I love. And then one of them is if you want to do this with me, let's chat. Message me, comment below, post your favorite GIF, whatever. Like, and like we already talked about, people won't comment. People won't send you a message, but you're planting that seed. Oh, wow. I can do the business opportunity with her too if I wanted to. And in a couple months, in a couple weeks, in a couple days, hey, I saw your post and I've been thinking about it and I really want to hear more. You chat with me? Okay. All right. Let's go. Okay. One more thing in addition to 10X rule and the miracle equation, I want you to pick your favorite song. Whatever song it is that just like lights your soul on fire. And I want you to make it one of your 10 things to listen to that song. Okay. For me, Diamonds by Hawk Nelson, that song that Laura shared with us, is like one of my favorite songs ever because it talks about God and it talks about being made a diamond and like being in the fire and the furnace and all the pressure and pain and turning into something beautiful. I love that song. Okay. So for me, I'm going to listen to that song on repeat like a shiz ton the next month. Okay. Whatever song, because music does something powerful to your brain. Song, pick a song, and I want you to have it on repeat like every single day while you get ready, while you take a shower, while you do the dishes. I don't care what time of day you do it, but make that a part of your, like, every single day I'm going to listen to this song. Cool. Hawk Nelson sings the Diamond song. It's just HAWKNELSON. It is so good. I'll send a screenshot of it in the Team Cup thread. Cool. Okay, we got to jump off to like make the recording save, but then jump right back on for the power hour if you're doing the power hour. Cool? Okay, I love you. See you in a sec.